Okay, friends and family and pop culture enthusiasts, this is the Top Five podcast. And this is a song about all things popular culture, which in mine and Annie's case tends to mostly be movies, music, and television. I am your host, Kris McPeak, and I'm joined, as always, by Annie Pruitt. Hello, and happy Sunday to you, Annie Pruitt, and Lancer,
Yes,
not the
the
border. Is he a border collie?
He is a miniature Australian Shepherd.
Oh, pardonnez-moi.
He is very, very smart. He is a very good puppy.
He is a lovey boy, that is for certain. Yeah. So we have been doing so much with movies of late. Yeah. Who can deny the Professional series was a great amount of fun and awesome to revisit all of these different characters from shows who played professional people, right? But we're going back to some music, and it's been a while since we've done music stuff. And Annie and I love to do the music stuff because then we can make playlists that we can share with you guys out there, whether you listen or whether you watch. We do like a good iTunes playlist.
Yes.
So Annie, why don't you introduce the concept of this series, and then we'll talk a little bit about why we're doing it.
So we have a lot of top fives of specific years, and we're going to go from our top five off of the Billboard Top 100 of specific years. So the one we're doing today, for example, is the Billboard Top 5 from the year I graduated high school, which this will be interesting. We cannot
have any overlap.
Because I graduated high school in 92. You graduated high school in 86.
Correct.
Yes. So this will be very interesting from a pop culture perspective because I bet there's so many of your songs that I'm going to be like, oh my God, I love it.
Yeah.
Because I was by the music of yours, you're in my generation. That's my music.
Which I'm going to go ahead and pull up. I'm going to split screen over here on my monitor so that I can see what else was a Hot 100 song of 1992. So as we are rolling through this, ooh, I already see one I would pick. Okay.
Yes.
So exciting. And the other thing I want to share about this concept for this series that we're doing is that it cannot be on the list. It cannot be on a top five unless it was indeed a part of the official Billboard Hot 100 hits of that year. Even if I have a song brewing that came out in 1986, if it was not on the Billboard Top 100 of 1986, it is not eligible for this top five list.
Indeed.
And the second caveat here is that it doesn't have to have been our favorite song when we were in high school, but if it was on that list, and it was from that year, and we like it now.
So
okay, who's first, moi or is moi?
You can pull up your Billboard Top 100 for these certain years and be like, oh my God, they missed the mark on this one, or wow, did that really hit that high on the chart?
Right.
There we go.
My God, I had completely forgotten that song was ever a thing.
Yeah. So I'm going to say you need to go first. I'll go first on the next one.
Okay, that sounds good. So, from the year I graduated high school, 1986, my number 5 is an R&B ballad from Lisa and Cult Jam, and it's called All Cried Out. And I really got into this song once I became a karaoke host and started singing this at karaoke, which was always more fun, when you had a guy to sing it with you, because there is a guy part in it, but so that became a fun song to perform. And now when I think about, I forget, that came out the year I graduated high school, because I don't even think I picked up this cassette tape until I was in college that fall. But yeah, this is a good song. It's a kind of a weepy song, but Lisa does have a bit of a good voice, and I just always enjoy singing this one. So that made my top 5, and yeah, that's it.
It's a really hard song to sing too. You have to have a damn good singing voice to pull that one off.
And hence the pipes, lady pipes.
One of my friends tried to sing that in the talent show, and she did not.
Oh, dear me.
may not do well with it. So, yes. Okay. So, good choice. Oh, my number five. So, the year I graduated high school was 1992. And I have a very, so my top five is going to be very, very diverse. Yes. And this is based partly on the song, but also partly on how good of a music video it was. Because back then, MTV actually played music videos.
Yes.
My number five is going to be Black or White by Michael Jackson. And that was number 14 for the year 92. It's a super fun song. And I found a way to get Michael Jackson on one of my lists because he is king of pop. It was such a cool video, especially when Macaulay Culkin does his little appearance. And then the ending of the video when they do the morphine of the faces was so groundbreaking and cool. You actually banks in there. It was like super fun. And we never seen anything like that before. But it's also a really, really great song with a great message to dance to, especially in your car. So there we go. I didn't love it when I was in high school or in 1992, but I've loved it ever since. So there you go.
I have such a memory with that you talk specifically about the music video for that song. And so that was my first full year as a graduate hall director. And so my friends Bryce and Scott were super stoked about the live MTV premiere night of the video. I had been at Jose's imbibing, and I was a little bit late to get back to my apartment so that we could watch the premiere together. But the one thing I remember is that the video premiere featured the little extra piece where he's playing with his zipper. That was a little like, whoa, what happened here? But I completely agree with you that the song is super fun and the video is definitely groundbreaking. And so where did that land, you said? Oh, number 14 for the year. I need to look and see where, I don't remember what mine were. I need to go back and look that up. Good call, Annie. Excellent choice. Fam.
Yeah.
My number 4 is a song I did not like in high school, did not pay attention to this band at all in high school. But because of my buddy Tim Patricio, who was a DJ and did these amazing mega mixes of different songs, I'm going with Invisible Touch by Genesis.
Oh.
And one could also argue that one becomes more aware of Genesis if one has ever watched American Psycho, because as we know, there is quite the soliloquy of Genesis tunes. But when this got, and I don't even remember the music video for when this came out. The other Land of Confusion is the one with the fun puppets and the Reagan stuff. But when Tim mixed this and made it more of a real dance song as opposed to a like overly poppy pop song, it stuck in there. And it's just, and if I hear it on the radio now, I'm like all excited and all car dancing and whatnot. But it's like, I hear Tim's version. I don't always hear the original radio single. But I love the beat. I love the chorus. I love how happy it is to listen to in the car. So that is my number 4.
Okay, I like that one. And it's funny. That's one of those songs that we've heard it so many times since 86.
Yeah.
I ever had it on a mixtape, but I know all the words.
Yeah.
You've heard it enough times. And so many of the Genesis songs from the mid to late 80s were quite fantastic. Yeah. Nice call. Okay.
Well, thanks.
All right. My number 4 is way down on the Billboard Top 100 for 92, and I didn't like it. That would be the styling of Def Leppard to Let's Get Rock.
Nice.
That was their groundbreaking music video because they did it all with when we started going with 3D animation and it was a little kid, going around, but I revisited the song many years later and I love it. And of course, you and I, with our love of hair bands, and we missed seeing Def Leppard by a couple hours. However, there's always concerts in our future, but Let's Get Rocked. Super fun, great jam, great beat, and just it's great. It's a great rock anthem, I guess. You can't sing along.
A totally great rock anthem, and I'm so happy that you picked this song because I just probably my 3rd favorite Def Leppard song of all time, and I just love the I guess the rock's out of the question, or let's get the rock out of here. Like all of the little, I don't know if you want to call them
Double
entendres or whatever, but it's super fun. I don't recall I've ever seen a video though, so I may need to take a look at that.
Yeah, because it was state of the art for 92. It was state of the art. It's funny with music videos. The one that broke ground with changing, and I remember Money for Nothing was the first, like, oh my God, look at what they're doing. And well, Let's Get Rocked was the first one that really brought it 3D. So, like, oh my God, it is so crude. It is so boxy. And like, there's so many, the pixels are so big. It's like, it's great. What's going on there? But it was still, I mean, those are the ones that paved the way for today. So,
yeah, so cool. And, even like Thriller, which I think still, probably if you asked 100 experts, probably 90 of them would still say that Michael Jackson's Thriller is the greatest video of all time. But just in terms of maybe just because of dancing only, because, like makeup, plot, whatever you want to call it, there's been so much done in film and music video since then, but you get the whole package, I guess.
Yeah. Really,
I can still happy to watch it whenever it pops up. I don't know. Yeah. When I go on a tear on YouTube where I just want to watch music videos. It doesn't happen very often, but it does happen.
Oh, it happens a lot for me.
Okay, yeah. Let's Get Rocked is down there at number 98.
Yeah.
I love it. So fucking awesome. Okay, so my number 3 is part of the Canadian, invasion that began, I guess, around the late 80s. And it's not Bryan Adams, but I'm going with Glass Tigers, Don't Forget Me When I'm Gone, which was at number 34 for the year. Yes, that was definitely before. This song in high school was everywhere. And we didn't have MTV at the house, but this was on the radio nonstop. I don't know. I think I had this on 45. I might have picked it up at Walmart on 45. I loved this song. I can't tell you any other Glass Tiger song other than the one from the Pretty Woman soundtrack, but this one I was nuts about. And very few places will play it now. So when it does come on, like in the grocery store or anything like that, I'm all in 100%. And Charles is running to the other side of the store to get as far from me as possible. But yeah, I love this song, and I loved it then, and I love it now.
Oh, I definitely have that on a mixtape. I love that song. When it comes on the radio, full blast, I'm rocking out. It's just happening. Yeah, good call. Okay, so my number 3, I loved it then, and I love it now. I loved it when it came out because I do love my hair bands, and that would be. It came out number 12 in 1992. Should be with Mr. Big. That God bless that they didn't know if he was a man or a woman. Leader guy, because he was very, very beautiful in so many ways. But the song, were they a wonder? They did a couple other songs that didn't do necessarily great. But that song, super awesome, great harmony. Yes. I love. And I heard it today on the radio, and it just made me very happy. And I sing along. I don't care if I'm in a store, in my car, I will sing along to that song. And fuck you if you don't like it. So
exactly.
So the number 12 song from 92, To Be With You, Mr. Big.
Yes, I'm so happy to hear you say that. This is a Chris and Annie in the car song.
Totally.
This is the Chris and Annie in the song, and Annie trying to figure out, is Chris going high or is she going low? Because I don't know. But I've done this one at karaoke. It is a crowd favorite. People like to sing along. Yeah. So good call, Annie. This is, great song. And is that is the highest hair band to chart that year, I think.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
My gosh. It's blowing my mind to look at where some of these songs landed and to think how did I feel about them then and how I feel about them now. Okay, so what's that, number 2 to me?
Yes.
I am going with the debut hit by an all-girl band, and I'm trying to find where they are on the countdown. There they are. So about halfway down the list, you will find Manic Monday from the Bangles, a song that was penned by Prince, although I think he went by a different name, Christopher. Yeah, he wrote this song under the pseudonym Christopher. this whole album, Bangles album, I really love. I love more now than I did back then. But yeah, this is another karaoke favorite of mine. And yeah, it's a happy song that's kind of like a, oh, fuck, it's Monday. And, whatever. I'm going to be late for work and the boss is already there and he doesn't like me. But it doesn't matter because someday I'm going to be home and my honey's going to tell me in his bedroom voice, let's go make some noise, et cetera, et cetera. So one of those like, okay, I hate my job and I got to go to work, but whatever, it's going to be okay. And it was interesting to read/listen to Kathy Valentine's memoirs, she's the bassist from the Go-Go's, talk about the complete and total pain and anger and bad feelings that they had for the Bangles, especially those like Kathy and Gina in particular, because they were not original band members. And the fact that the Bangles all took turns singing lead, at least for Jane Weedland, that was a big, big issue. But for Kathy, it was a little problematic too. So, but then the Bangles suddenly become, this huge, huge hit and with number one songs. Like the Go-Go's had a number one album, but never had a number one song. But regardless, there's always going to be that little bit of competition amongst all girl bands. The Go-Go's are still the best. I will stand hard and firm on that. But Manic Monday, the Bangles, from a really fantastic album that I really, really like.
Yes. So it's funny. Every time the Go-Go's come on the radio, Keith says, hey, it's the Bangles. And vice versa. He loves to give me, because he knows it pisses me off. But the other thing I love about that song is when COVID kicked off, Billy Joe Armstrong from Green Day did these No Fun Monday cover songs, and he did Manic Monday. There's actually a music video of Billy Joe on one side and Susanna Hoff on the other, and she's playing guitar with him on that song. So look up the album No Fun Mondays by Billy Joe, and you'll hear him sing Manic Monday. And it's a great cover. All of them on that album were such good covers.
Yeah, I would not have discovered that if you hadn't told me about it. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Billy Joe. He's a solid dude.
He's quite wonderful. But also the Bangles, their cover of Hazy Shade of Winter is probably the greatest cover of all time. It's at least it's up there. But yeah, it's
way up. It is way, way up there. Yes.
What a great band. Yeah. So good call. I love Manic Monday.
Oh, this is turning out to be an epic playlist. Epic.
Yeah. Well, when we're picking from the top 100 of a whole year, that's going to be amazing. So my number 2, another hair band, kind of a one-hit wonder. It came in for 1992, it came in at number 72. And that is the Ugly Kid Joe song, Everything About You. Yeah. And what a fun song to be angry. If you're angry, just throw that song on, and it's I Hate Everything About You.
Yes.
And I don't know, they're dancing on the beach. I can't say other than the fact that they're singing on the beach with the inflatable doll flying to the kite. They were so weird. Weren't they all just so weird? But they were. It is a great song. My kids love this song. It's on my forever playlist. So that's my number 2. I could sing it for you, but people, you do not want me to sing right.
That's a great song. And I remember loving that song. If you were visiting me at school or whatever and watching the music video, that lead singer was a little cutie. I think about that song, and then I think, could there be a way to do a mashup between Everything About You and Puddle of Mud's She Hates Me? If somebody could figure out how to do that, that would be so much fun. Because when I think of 2 angry end of relationship songs that are kind of funny at the same time, it's those 2 songs.
Yeah.
And I do like this one a lot.
I love that song.
Ugly Kid Joe, Everything About You.
Mm-hmm.
As ugly as they want to be, coming off of the, what do you call it? As nasty as they want to be from the 2 Live Crew. Okay, so I'm honorable mentioning it. Yes?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Boy, now that I'm looking at this, I want to possibly make a change, but I'm going to go with my original. I'm going to keep Take Me Home Tonight by Eddie Money on the list. I think this is the only song of his I ever really, really liked. And I liked it a lot back in high school and after high school. And this was the one that had I got Ronnie Spector singing backup. She was the Be My Little Baby person hanging on there. But yeah, that's a fun song. It's a different kind of song for Eddie Money. But I wasn't I mean, I was a Madonna fan, but I was not as big a Madonna fan as I eventually became coming off of high school. But nonetheless, yeah, I'm going to keep it there. Take Me Home Tonight, Eddie Money.
I love that. So that is one of my favorite jams. Yeah, I seriously rock out to that. We took the kids to a NASCAR race in 2018. Eddie Money passed away in 2019. So it was within a year of him passing away. But we go up, we have our tickets, we're walking in, and wouldn't you know, Eddie Money is doing a concert in the middle of the track before the race kicks off, and he sings that song, and I'm fangirling and freaking out because I'm like, I didn't know Honey, sing my favorite Eddie Money song. And then within a year later, he passed away. It was so sad.
So good.
So he had so many good hits. And then just a freaking commercial, Geico commercial with the 2 Tickets to Paradise. Eddie Money's like travel company or whatever. And that kind of self-deprecating humor was awesome.
For sure.
Yeah, I loved him. He was hot in his day. And what a great artist.
So, yeah.
Call. Okay, so my honorable mention, I'm going to go with the song that came in at number 22. Perfect breakup song. Heartbreaking breakup song. Sometimes Love Just Ain't Enough with Patti Smith.
Yes.
Who was the lead singer of Scandal. So really, really, that was the song that kind of got me through some breakup periods. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, 1992 was a hard year for me. So, yeah, it's a great song. It's my honorable mention. I don't listen to it anymore because it's so sad and it brings up bad memories, but it's such a good hit. So that's my honorable mention.
That's a great song. And there's a couple, that was her first only, no, she maybe had another solo album. Yeah, I do like this song. This is a karaoke staple, as is the song No Mistakes, which is the title of the album that this came off of. Yeah, I do love this song a lot. It's a good one. I'm looking at the cover. Yeah, No Mistakes, song with Don Henley. Oh my gosh. She wrote a lot of her own stuff too, which of course I always appreciate knowing that when singers write their own stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So it's number 1 to me. And I'm having second thoughts because I'm looking at the list and thinking, why did this song come on my list? So maybe we'll have to do a quick, the one that got away or something when we're done recording. So I'm going to stick with my original number 1, the one that I put down, and I'm going to go with Mr. Mister's Kyrie. Kyrie Eleison, the number 9 song of 1986. And actually, they landed 2 songs in the top 10 because Broken Wings came in at number 5. But yeah, this one goes on the car jam, the quote, bang on the fucking dash and sing playlist. It's got that build to the chorus, and then the chorus is a shout at the top of your lungs. And all of the things. And an ending too, kind of like in the way that To Be With You has an ending where they sing the chorus another 3 times, but it's a little different each time. And I flippin' love that so much. So this is a song I loved then, I love now. I've never stopped loving Kyrie by Mr. Mister, who I do think pretty much faded off into nothing after their top album here. But I did have a little bit of a crush on the lead singer, whose name is currently escaping me.
The guitarist, because we watched that music video ad nauseum.
Oh, did we? Don't remember that.
On the end of one of the VHS tapes that got sent to us from Chicago, and it was like, oh my God, they put music videos on this. Thank you. That is your sister jam, in the biggest way.
Yes.
If there would be a playlist of our lives, that would be on it, and we would have to sing it at the top of our lungs. I fucking love that song.
Indeed.
I'm so jelly that you had such great music in 86. Well, I had good stuff in 92, but 86, what a great year for music.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of buyer's remorse right now that this is not the top 5.
All right, so my number 1 from 92 did not become one of my favorites until 93, and it's when James Jackson and I lived together.
Oh.
The song is "Stay" by Shakespeare Sister. It came in at number 45 for the year 1990.
Really?
I flipping that they were so goth, and I didn't realize how much I loved. I didn't think I was a goth person, but that's
Oh.
the video. Like, absolutely, like, is what's the word, gut wrenching, because it's she's singing over her lover, who's, you assume that this person is dying, and they're she and her, the two singers are fighting over this, is he going to die or is he going to live, kind of.
Wow.
Yeah. But James and I would we would turn it up as loud as possible, and neither of us could sing the pitch that they sing in that song, but we tried. And he would crawl on his hands and knees and singing along to this song, and it was such a great memory. So to this day, it's one of my all-time favorites. And then they did a cover of it on a soundtrack in the last couple of years. It was the new, oh God, not Insidious. Maybe it was, yeah. Patrick Wilson sings this song the fact that they did a cover of this one is pretty remarkable.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah. I flipping love that song. It's the only song by Shakespeare Sister I know that, one hit wonder, maybe. I have no idea, because I wasn't a huge goth music follower. I like Susie and the Banshees, but this one, yeah, to this day, it's on my forever playlist. Stay by Shakespeare Sister, that came in at number 45.
Wow. I do not even remember that song. So I'm going to have to go back and pull it in. As we are talking about 1992, I don't know if you've watched Yellow Jackets on Showtime. I decided to start watching that show. I'm 4 episodes in, and the music on the show is fantastic. And it's a lot of this 90s stuff, reminding me about songs that I can recall from those days. I remember them being popular, but it never set in as like, this is a good storytelling song. We can talk about that on another show. The New Republica's Ready to Go. I had completely forgotten that song was a thing. And then they're playing it in the episode. And I'm like, oh my God, I remember that song. And I didn't even know, like, that's New Republica. Okay, I understand that now. So hilarious. And here I thought you were going to go with Jump by Criss Cross.
Can't do it.
That one just makes me laugh. All right, so let's recap. You go first.
Okay, so honorable mention was Sometimes Love Just Ain't Enough, Patty Smythe and Smith Smythe, Don Henley. And then from 5 to 1, Black or White, Michael Jackson, Let's Get Rock, Def Leppard, To Be With You, Mr. Big, Everything About You, Ugly Kid Joe, and number 1, Stay by Shakespeare Sister.
Magnifique. I have as my honorable mention, Take Me Home Tonight by Eddie Money, 5 to 1, All Cried Out, Lisa Leith and Cult Jam, Invisible Touch, Genesis, Don't Forget Me, When I'm Gone, Glass Tiger, Manic Monday, The Bangles, and Kyrie, Mr. Mister. And Annie was 1992. I am 1986. And yeah, that shows our age, and we don't really fucking care.
I really don't.
We had the best music. I'm sorry, we just did.
Yes.
Okay, so that will get us through today's episode of the brand new The Billboard series. And you can look forward to some fun new themes in the shows to come. But until then, she's Annie, I'm Kris, and you have been listening to the Top 5 podcast. We'll catch you on the flip side.